Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pyro here, back for another channel update. It is currently 3 a.m. Actually 3 a.m. Would you believe it? Let me just sit up in my chair here because it looks like on the camera I'm like dwarfed. It's 3 a.m. right now. I'm recording this, and I thought I would go back to the structured channel updates. You know, the ones I used to do with my entire channel plan for the week laid out, and you know what's up and what's not up. I think I want to just go back to this because when I was doing these structured layouts, not only did they give me something to rule off of during the week, so I could mark down, you know, what I've got done and what I haven't got done, but it also allowed me to show you guys what was coming, and some people appreciated that, so I will go with that. Now, just bear in mind that these times are merely guideline times, and around the new releases of games, they may differ a little bit, but I'll talk about that later. I also want to talk about some real life stuff later as well, but for now, let me just quickly go through it. So 26th is today, Monday. The first month of the year is already gone, guys, pretty much. It's really, really scary for me, you know, because I remember sitting here literally in the 1st of November thinking to myself, you know, I'm going to make some good changes with my life. I'm going to make some good habit changes. You know, I'm going to get up and go and run every morning. I'm going to go and take cold showers and stuff. And I did that for 2 weeks, and then I fell off the wagon. And it's almost February, and I still haven't done it. Very depressing. And I really do want to get on that again. I actually bought myself a nice whiteboard here. You guys see that? A little smiley face. I don't know if that picks up. But I'm just going to use that as a big goal setting and goal planning thing. I think that's really my key. If I start to, like, all of my success in my life, like where I've properly knuckled down and, you know, got everything straight, is when I've planned it and when I've, you know, strategically put goals up and stuff I could hit every day. And that's part of the reason why I'm bringing back the actual schedule itself, because it gives me some visual feedback of what I have to hit every day, you know? And it isn't even so much about the views. It isn't even so much about, you know, the reception of some things. It's just if I get all 6 of those done, or if I get all whatever's on there done, for me, that's a day's work, you know, and it helps me not to stress about numbers and stuff too much. As long as I put my shift in, that's kind of me satisfactory. Me being satisfactory myself. But I want to talk about that a little bit later. We got Rebirth going all week. It's going up at 5 p.m. and 5 a.m., so I'm going to take a 12-hour gap between them. It was originally 3 a day I was doing for a long time, but now that there's some new games coming out, I want to actually, you know, bring that down to 2, and that gives me a little bit more space in between to post some things. Resident Evil obviously came out, the remaster. I'm playing that again. I used to play that with my dad, and even though the series isn't hugely popular, I know there's some people that enjoy it, I'm mostly playing that for nostalgia, if that makes any sense. Like, I have a rush of memories floating back. I playing that game with my dad. When I say playing that game with my dad, I mean me watching and my dad playing for the most part. But that's pretty much the way it went, guys. When I was younger, my dad played. I watched. I was occasionally given a controller, which did nothing. But you know, I like that because I didn't like the series games too much. But I'm going through that, and I'm hoping that I can complete the Jill campaign without too much help. I think it's about 6-7 hours long, so I want to try and complete that for the channel. Since, you know, January isn't really too hot for games, but that was one that really stood out for me that I wanted to do. The Captain Toad series is coming into an end today. 9 p.m. GMT, look out for that, or BST, not GMT, it's BST, British Standard Time that stands for, so that's -5, or that's +5 EST, right? Yeah, that's +5 EST, if you're wondering. I don't know what the other conversions are, though, but that's coming in an end. I slacked so much on that series and getting it done. I apologize for that. And again, this is why I'm doing this. I'm trying to hold myself to sort of an account, and that should have been done about a week or 2 ago, to be honest. But you know, it's coming in, and I want to get it done. So there we go. We got the Disco Dodgeball stuff. We recorded 4 of those. That's the last one of those going up. And after that, it'll go back to Prop Hunt. And then we've recorded some mini games like Source Card, mini golf, all that sort of stuff, and I think that's just going to be alternating with Prop Hunt now. And we got the TTT still going all week. Got my Wonderlog challenge, which I'm hoping to keep up daily. I'm sorry for the inconsistency on that one. Again, I'll chime in on why I've been so inconsistent lately towards the end of the video. I just want to get the schedule out of the way. And then the Rebirth, obviously, going up at 5 a.m. That's just really to hit the late night folks over in the US. I know some people just like watching vids when they go to sleep. I know I'm the same, so if that's your fancy, I guess, that's when it's going to be coming out. There's two things I want to look at here. There was a new sort of survival crafting open world game called Stranded Deep that came out on Steam Early Access, and I've seen a bunch of channels posting it, and it's really caught my eye, but at the same time, I'm sort of, I want to jump aboard the hype train, but it looks pretty good. It looks like Castaway the game, pretty much. I was thinking of actually just buying that, and maybe doing like 2 or 3 episodes on it, maybe even more if people enjoy that, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Again, I know my schedule is sort of packed, but I really don't mind doing an extra video, because I really don't count these as videos because they're already pre-recorded. The garage mod stuff for me is just really fun to play, and I don't, really count it as recorded, and we've scheduled so much ahead. I've got a little bit of extra time, I guess. Also, I wanted to talk about the... what was I going to talk about? My head is just gone today, guys. I woke up really late, and... I've just been in a huge sort of catch-up schedule today. So let me know what you guys think about that. Maybe we could do that. I don't know. If people are up for that, I'm down for it, I guess. Up for it, I'm down for it. I like that. On to the 27th, Dying Light is coming out, which is sort of like a zombie open world game. I think it's similar to Dead Island Left 4 Dead, sort of that mechanics. And I want to play through that, just to play through. Don't know if people are interested, but I'm just going to be playing through the entire game. If you're interested, check it out, I guess. And should be fun. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else new coming out this week. I put Dying Light 2 down there just because on the first day, it might just be a bit more beneficial for me to get 2 episodes out because there will be high search traffic for these two for these two games, or for the game itself, because, it just came out. People want to see it. So, I might just put an extra 1 or 2 out then. But I'm just putting that there to let you guys know. Other than that, everything else looks good for that week, and we are pretty good. So now on to what I wanted to talk about, the real life stuff. I wasn't posting there consistently for maybe, who knows, like 4 or 5 days, and the reason for that is just like my motivation for YouTube at that point was just zapped. I don't know why. Like, I go through these phases quite a lot, actually. Every couple of months I just get zapped of my energy. Like, I just don't want to record. I get in a little negative Nancy mood, why always me, and I don't know why, because last month was probably one of my best months on YouTube in a couple years. So I don't really know what I'm sad about, but this month not amazing, but still pretty decent anyway. I think it's mostly because now that my audience is sort of partitioned, that the videos are not sort of getting huge views individually, but collectively they are, if that makes sense. Like, I get some people post saying, oh, your views have gone down, but my total views have actually gone up each month, just they are going up as well. Well, January isn't, but, December was my highest month in like 3 years. So they are collectively going up. It's just the individual videos don't get thousands and thousands of views. And I think that's because I've partitioned my audience. There's people who subscribe for this, there's people who subscribe for this, there's people who subscribe for that, and etc. And I think I've always said, like, I think expecting you guys to watch all of these is naive, and I'm completely content if, one person just subscribes for this, or one person just subscribes for that and that, take your pick. I know some people only even watch these channel updates, which I'm completely fine with. So hopefully that clears the answer up. Why don't the videos get so much views? My actual videos themselves, when I was posting Call of Duty and Minecraft, got a little bit more collectively. They got like maybe 10 to 30,000 views. 30,000 was at like sort of the peak. That was the peak views I was bringing in per video. That was around when Minecraft really started to take off, and that's when my channel really started to shoot up. But I noticed that then it was just viral views. That's what I was getting. I was just getting viral views. I feel like I've built up a bit of a fan base now, and I'm happy with that, but it's just that sometimes I get a little bit, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Negative Nancy on how things are going. Well, really, I shouldn't. Like, I should be grateful, and I think that's part of the human condition, that instead of showing gratitude for what you already have, it's always more. So I really need to stomp that out because, you know, I have an opportunity here to do something that, you know, most people would just dream of doing. And you go through dry spells now and again. And I think January itself is just a dry spell in general. Not much new games, not much new traffic. So that's sort of why I get a bit moody sometimes, and it's sort of easy to sort of like give up on it all. But you know, I've worked hard for this, and I sort of need to keep pumping time into it, and that's sort of the thing I'm looking for. And I really want to devote a lot of effort into it and show that myself I can do something with it. But then again, you know, nobody really knows how YouTube works, so we'll just keep posting and hope. I'm trying to model myself after a number of channels I've seen in the past year or two that have organically grown, and it's just from putting out quite a lot of videos and building up their viewerships in each different audience. So that's what I want to go for. If it doesn't work well, I had fun. But I figure that I'm still going to do this until summer at least, you know. It's been fun so far, don't get me wrong. I've been doing really well on it. It's just that I want something to chew at, if you get me. Like, that's another thing. Like, people say to do one video a day. Like, if I did one video a day, guys, I would be sitting on my ass all day bored, and I would just get depressed. I need to be doing something to actually, you know, get through my day. And other people stream, you know. Other people stream. They'll put up a video a day, maybe stream for 3-4 hours a day. That's completely fine. But for me, I just need to be doing something. Otherwise, I get depressed. Like, if I don't do things, I get depressed. Literally, I just feel so sad. I feel like I'm wasting my life. Even watching, like, an episode of Netflix, I'll get annoyed that I'm not doing work. I know that's a really unhealthy attitude to have, but I sort of want to be doing something all the time. And that's the thing. Like, part of me is, like, working on the YouTube channel is good because, obviously, you know, it's my only source of income right now. But the other part of me is, like, shouldn't I be investing that time into something I could build a career out of? And, you know, this YouTube thing is a job, but is it a career? You know, is it something that I'm going to have in 10 years' time? And it's sort of risk versus reward at this point. It's like, do I invest it all into this, you know, do all my time in that? Or do I let some of my YouTube slip to invest some more time into getting, you know, my programming up to the point now where I could go and apply for a job? Or do I do that, you know? It's weird because, like, anyone I've talked to who's been working in, like, a corporate job and went to YouTube saying it's the best job of their life. And I'm sitting here like, you know, I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I have that awful grass is greener syndrome, you know. I always think the grass is greener on the other side. Like, if I go and get a real job, my problems will be solved. And it isn't like that at all, you know. The grass is greener where you water it, is what they say, isn't it? So I sort of want to try and build my own thing up with a YouTube, but we'll see where that goes. In addition to that, actually, I really wanted to start streaming. I really wanted to get a streaming schedule sorted, and I wanted to know from you guys, what is the best day to stream on? I was thinking of streaming 3 times a week. Part of me was thinking Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, because sometimes I go out on Saturday. Surprise, I have a social life, I know. I actually went out Friday there for my friend's birthday and went to a heavy metal sort of area in town, and my neck was absolutely aching the next day. Like, I must have tore so many muscles just from headbanging, you know. I like my music, guys. I like my music. So I want to start streaming a little bit more to get some interaction in for like 2-3 hours. Not 3. I don't know. 3 is quite a long time. 2 hours maybe on these ones. A few people also ask me while I'm here. A few people also ask me why don't I start up a Patreon. And the reason I've said this before is because I feel like I can still sort of put a roof over my head with the money I'm making right now. And just taking any extra, to me, I don't know, I feel guilty about it. If that makes sense. Like, the money I'm making right now isn't mega bucks, but, you know, it's enough to live the bare minimum, if you get me. So I don't want to sort of don't ask for people's gratitude where it could be spent elsewhere for people who actually need it. Unless I get into a really bad financial situation, you know, that will never happen. Or at least I don't think it will. Who knows? You know, maybe I'll change my mind tomorrow morning. I doubt it, but, you know, people change. So that's the reason I don't have one. But I have no issue with anyone who does. I guess that's my thoughts on that. Anything else I want to say? not much. I've just been really fed up with myself the past week, just not really. The motivation thing just isn't there, and I know motivation really doesn't mean anything, because you just gotta get stuff done regardless of whether you feel like it or not. But sometimes I feel like I'm being like a big baby with things, and sometimes I feel like I have something wrong with me, if that makes sense. But then most of the times I'm like, no, I don't. It's just me. I need to just man up, if you get me. Like, you guys see me and you think I'm someone else, but I know who I am, and I really just need to get my shit together. And that's my issue. I just don't have anything together. I have no consistency, if that makes any sense. Like, I go to bed and wake up 5, 6, 7 different times each week, and it's that's sort of eating into me. I just don't have that consistency. I don't have anything going in that regard, and I definitely think it's just taking a toll on all aspects of my life, not only YouTube, social, fitness, mental well-being, and I'm going to try and solve that. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm, going for the habits and stuff again, and it's I've done it well in the past, and I've failed, but at the same time, to me, it's just all about getting back on the saddle, pulling the weeds. You have a garden, you look at your life like a garden, you're just always pulling the weeds and just trying to improve that, like, 0.001%, and I hope eventually I'll get there, where I actually have some sort of consistency, and I'm actually like, wow, I'm actually proud of what I've done. But right now, I have not hit that, so I'm just trying to get there, and yeah, I think that's it, guys. So if you have any tips or advice, let me know. Anything to say about the channel, let me know. I do take it all on board, and I shall see you guys next week. Hopefully you enjoy this week's scheduling. Let me know about the streaming stuff. I might do a few streams this week if the response is good, and excuse me. I'll see you guys later. Have a very nice day, and bye-bye.